All right, back again for another Tactical Thursday, and just gonna go over a little bit of defensive communication, shape, and some kind of general tactics out of playing out of a 3-4-1-2, and some of the things we're gonna try this weekend and see how that works, and we'll do it starting with training on Wednesday and then into Thursday. So big deal with this shape is it really condenses the middle. You're really only playing with two out and out wide players when you're in your shape. You can have some interchanges and some rotations that will allow you to kind of interchange that. But in general, you're playing with two wide players and really clogging up, or at least having kind of mastery over channel number 3. So with that in mind, if we kind of look at the reds, they're set up in a 3-4-1-2. If we look at the blues, they're you can call them in a 4-3-3, or you could call that a 4-2-3-1, depending on the height and the depth of the two wide players. But again, out here in channel number 5, it's a 2v1 at the moment when everyone's spread out like this. And over in channel number 1, it's a 2v1 at the moment, again, when teams are spread out like this. So how do we make sure that we're not outnumbered in places? And what are our kind of tactical agreements or interchanges, rotations to make sure that doesn't happen? All right, so if we're in this scenario and the blue team is playing out, and 9 times out of 10, the goalkeeper is not going to do like most Premier League goalkeepers, coming all the way out here if there's no pressure on it and playing. They're going to probably be playing inside their own 18. And it'll be natural if we're kind of in yellow because we can't get pressure on the ball, that the goalkeeper's probably going to play the ball out wide. So let's just kind of say that she's going to play out here into 5. How are we going to adjust on that? As that ball travels, the nearest player, so in this case, this forward, is going to do everything she can to make sure the ball doesn't get played back. So we know about our kind of progressions as a team-wise defensively is deny forward, pressure on the ball, force one way. And then this instance, because we're outnumbered in this line, basically 5v2, what we want to do is make sure that this player, the closest player, she's going to force one way. That's her job. So no matter what, that ball gets played out here, she's going to do everything she can not to let the ball come back into 4 or back into 3. So she needs to make sure her cover shadow eliminates the center back and the goalkeeper kind of at the same time. But most of this, actually, we don't mind if they play the goalkeeper. So what we wanted them to do to make sure we eliminate this center back. And then start sliding in and trying to get pressure on the ball once our cover shadow, so that's the space between the ball and the second attacker, make sure she's standing in that space to make her shadow basically cover this player. All right, so as this player moves out, all right, now we've got a conversation that's got to happen here and here. So what's going to happen is the attacking mid is going to slide over and the other forward's going to drop in. So we've recreated our triangle here as we kind of see it. She slides, she drops in. And then the question is going to become, who's going to get pressure on the ball? How do we get into green from this scenario? All right, if she's able to get close enough and get pressure on it, fantastic. If we're able to communicate this early as that ball gets traveling from here to here, if we can kind of talk this through, you can go, and then she can go ahead and step up and try and get pressure on the ball. We want to deny in here, deny the player here. 9 times out of 10, she's going to be sliding over. She's probably going to be sliding over. She's probably going to be sliding over. So how can we man mark here? Step in, slide in. Everybody's sliding, getting ball side, goal side. We've created that little triangle here again with that front 3. And making sure everything we do is keeping it on one side. So once it gets out into 5, we don't want to come back into 3 and around unless we aren't able to get it and she's able to go all the way back here and then take all the time to go all the way back out the other side. We don't want it to go through the center back. We don't want to come in through their holding mids. We don't want them to play their other center back. We want to kind of squeeze it over here. And this discussion between these four, this diamond right here, so we're going to call that a diamond. These four need to decide who's going to be able to get pressure on the ball. Right now, this is the player that's open. She's going to go and try. Can she get there before she can play behind her? That's ideal. If she can't, she's going to let her come to her. Let her try and take the space and kind of suck her into this scenario here, where all of a sudden we're able to close stuff down and really kind of set a trap out here. So once again, let's say we've got it set up like this. As this ball travels, the communication's got to take place. Cover shadow, talking to see who's taking care of the winger. Use your cover shadow to take her away. We're sliding over, we're tucking in, and we're trying to get pressure on the ball. If we can't get pressure on before she can play in behind us, we're just going to go ahead and be in yellow here and make sure she can't play forward. If she's looking like a little bit over here, just slide over, match that up, and go ahead and keep them on one side. So that's kind of how we want to play out of the back. And this is kind of the stuff that we're going to be working on Wednesday and Thursday. So real quick, hopefully pertinent information that we easily transferable. And as we go through our normal progressions of trying to get into green as quick as we can, get pressure on the ball so we can win the ball back as close to the other team's goal as possible. But hopefully that helps. We'll go over some more Wednesday and Thursday. All right, be well.